Jinx is still an absolute monster. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can dominate your game, even in a challenger game. So first of all, I'm going to explain to you guys how to build Jinx. There are timestamps in the description to skip to the gameplay. So building Jinx, I would say is quite simple. You always start with a Stormrazor. Like, never ever go for the Blade of the King. This item is never worth it. Never start with an Infinity Edge. Also not worth it. Start with a Stormrazor. Always makes sense. The reason that you want to start with Stormrazor is because you hit the enemy with a rocket. The Stormrazor slows them for 75%. And during that half a second that they're slowed, you hit your second ability. So essentially, you can catch out anyone. That's the point of Stormrazor. You hit them with a rocket, you slow them, and then you use your second ability to hit it for free. You can pretty much auto-aim your second ability. It always hits instantly. Always. Unless the enemy has like a load of slow reduction. But if they don't, it's always a free hit. So after the Stormrazor, make sure you get tier 1 boots. And then you get an Infinity Edge. Make sure you have the BF sword before like the crit. Always get BF sword first. You want to have Stormrazor plus BF sword. This is the first power spike of Jinx. After that, as I said, you finish off the Infinity Edge. This is still all nice and fun. Then you want to finish off the boots. There's really 3 boots that you can go for. If the enemy is full attack damage, you go for Plated Steel Caps. If the enemy has a load of CC, you go for Mercury's Threats. Otherwise, you go for Glutinous Griefs. Also, if they have a lot of poking, you really wanna try to build Glutinous Griefs. If they have a Ziggs, for example, or like a Caitlyn, Glutinous Griefs is gonna be incredibly good. Not only for the lifesteal during a team fight, but also you can just heal up very easily in your lane. Because Jinx's rockets do a load of damage as well, so it heals you up like crazy. Third item, always Runan's Hurricane. They buffed Runan's Hurricane from 40% damage to now 55% damage. So that's a buff to Jinx. It's an indirect buff to Jinx. It does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage. So you get this one. And this is when you enter late game Jinx. And here you have to decide. Does the enemy have a load of armor? Boom, you get the Mortal Reminder. And Mortal Reminder is better than the Lord Dominic's Regard because you don't really want to get the bonus attack speed after your first attack. Because attack speed doesn't help you when you have rockets. Because rockets don't, like, attack speed literally doesn't affect your rocket attack speed. And it's very nice to have anti-heal on 3 rockets. Since you have a Runan's Hurricane, you want to apply the effect of the anti-heal, right? So you can apply anti-heal to 3 enemies at the same time while damaging them like crazy. And it gives you more attack damage than the Lord Dominic's Regard. So your last item is going to be either a Rapid Fire Cannon. If the enemy has long range, you get a Rapid Fire Cannon. If the enemy has like melees, you get a Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster is going to allow you to actually fight those melees. You're going to be healing up like crazy, so you can very easily fight them away. And it does crazy damage, like your basic attacks. Rapid Fire Cannon doesn't do as much damage, but it allows you to get that one long range poke. That's the whole point of it. Like one long range poke, and then hit them with the second ability, and you're basically going to be taking 50% of any squishy's health. One basic attack with the Rapid Fire Cannon on your rocket, and then second ability is half-life, guaranteed on any squishy in the later stages of the game. For your enchantment, it depends. Stasis is obviously pretty much always good, because if you need stasis, you get stasis. QSS is great as well. If you're against an Ashe or like Annie or something like that, you can use the QSS to get out of the stuns. But then also Protobelt. So if you're dealing with enemies that want to dash to you, and basically if you're dealing with enemies that you can dash away from, you go for the Protobelt. Protobelt is also great on Jinx. For the runes, you go for Lethal Tempo. You can go for Conquer, but I prefer Lethal Tempo. It's just such a deadly combo, especially when you're up close to the enemy. If you prefer, or if you're in a game where you're going to be using your rockets a lot, you can actually go for Conqueror instead. Because, Conqueror is going to help you do more damage with your rockets. But if you use the machine gun, then Lethal Tempo is like 10 times better than Conqueror. Second one, you go for Hunt the Vampirism, always. The Vampirism is just amazing on Jinx. Third one is Situational. Nullifying Orb, Hunter Titan, and Adaptive Carapace. They're all really good. I don't really recommend Adaptive Carapace, however. Like, Nullifying Orb is generally better because you're going to be healing up anyways in the later stage of the game since you have Vampirism. So you're not going to be under 50% health for majority of the game. So that's why Nullifying Orb is generally the best one. And a fourth rune, you go for Nimbus Cloak. You can go for Sweet Tooth. You can go for Sweet Tooth if you want to play your lane a bit safely. But Nimbus Cloak is absolutely deadly on Jinx. First of all, if you get ganked, you can flash away, and it gives you movement speed after the flash, so you can run away very, very easily. Secondly, of course, when you flash after an enemy, you get the movement speed. Third of all, when you use the exhaust, you also get movement speed. It helps. It really, really helps. Like, the movement speed really, really helps Jinx. It's amazing. And after, of course, you are able to get a kill, with the Nimbus Cloak, you get even more movement speed because of the kill. That's how Jinx works. So for your spells, you go for Exhaust and Flash. And that is it about the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. Alright, on to gameplay. As you can see, this is a challenger game. The enemy Jax was challenger. Because I got that Jax the game before. He didn't really play too well, but I was against him now. Our Annie is top 1 Annie, and let me just be honest with you guys. This guy destroyed me like a few games before this one. He played Annie and I played Veigar. Annie hard counters Veigar, and he played it perfectly. Like everything that I said in my video, he played it perfectly. He pushed me out of my lane, so he didn't destroy me. He destroyed my team, because every time with Annie, he pushed the wave, he used his first ability to push the wave, and he rotated like crazy. So like he destroyed my team. So indirectly, he outplayed me, right? He got like 7 kills around the map while I got nothing. So that's what he did to me. And he's the top 1 Annie as well. So let's see how I play the lane. We're up against a pretty annoying lane because we're against a Karma. So the reason that I picked Jinx is because this guy just first picked Lulu. So I picked Jinx. This is not a lane that we're gonna win because they have a Karma. Again, if you're up against a Karma, which is a champion that has very strong poking, you're gonna struggle a little bit as a Jinx. Even Vayne, by the way, because when Vayne uses her first ability, she will actually do more damage to me than what my rocket does to her, because it empowers her attack. So if she dashes to me with her first ability, she will actually do, she will poke me harder. So this particular lane, this is a mistake. Look, stepping up is a mistake. What I did here is a mistake because we got out-traded. This particular lane, I just want to stand behind my minions, so Karma cannot hit me. And whenever they step up, I can do this. So now she stepped up. Look, she stepped up. I will hit her with my second ability, and that's when I can hit a free rocket. That's what I want to do, if she steps up. Otherwise, I want to play it safe. But now they're screwed up, because she did step up earlier, so they're lower than us now. So I can actually do something. However, always pay attention to the enemy jungler, of course, because Jinx does struggle a little bit. The only way you can escape as a Jinx without using your flash is actually by not escaping. It's by blocking the enemy's path with your third ability. So like if the enemy is trying to gank me, I can put my third ability here next to the wall. Look. So think twice when you get ganked by Jinx. When you get ganked as a Jinx. Don't just run away. Hey, I screwed up here. I screwed up. So like, look, I don't want to stop. But yeah, if you get ganked as a Jinx. Ah! He tried to kill me under the turret. That's funny. If you get ganked as a Jinx, you can either run away or you can put your third ability down to trap someone. That Vayne really tried to kill me. Even if she killed me, like I would have killed her anyways, so it would not even be worth it for her. She wasted her flash for nothing, and she didn't even get the kill, which is actually hilarious. So yeah, when you're up against well, how do I want to say this? Jinx counters a lot of anti-ADC champions. Not necessarily counter, but she can deal with them. What I mean with that, look at Rengar. Rengar is the absolute anti-ADC champion, right? Because he jumps on ADC and one-shots you. If you're playing Jinx, you can counter it. By standing next... Oh, look, I stopped him, but it's an Olaf. It's an Olaf. You cannot stop an Olaf. But what I was going to say, if you look at, for example, Rengar, you put down your third ability whenever he jumps on you. Basically, you put down your third ability and you dance around the third ability. When he jumps on you, you'll go behind your third ability. He walks into it, he gets rooted, you slow him with your second ability. And then you basic attack him with the machine gun and you run around him. And if you exhaust him, you can run around him even easier with the Nimbus Cloak. So Jinx has those types of things. Jinx has those types of things that she can do against champions that normally destroy ADCs. And I am against a Vayne now. Vayne also skills into the late game. But believe it or not, Jinx actually skills harder into the late game than Vayne. In a way, like... Sure, Vayne can destroy my front line, but if we both get to the super late game, I will outdamage her with my rockets. Like, I will outdamage her. I'm baiting her here. Look, I'm baiting. I'm taking a fight that we would have otherwise lost, but of course I'm doing it because the Kha'Zix is here. I don't know why he took that cannon minion. He screwed up my minions. I could go back, but I'm probably gonna take a third plate here, aren't I? The first third plate is gonna be so easy to take, so I can just take 150 gold for free. Oh, Lulu buffed me, so instead of taking the turret, I'm just poking her a little bit and then attacking the turret. Yeah, there we go. Pretty much played it perfectly. Oh, I can exhaust her. Oh, he's here again. So what am I doing? I'm just suiciding in game. Like, whatever. It's whatever. Lulu shouldn't have even ulted me. She should have just left me alone. Olaf ganked me again. I just can't really do anything about that one, unfortunately. It just is what it is. She could flash over the wall and kill Vayne here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Is she screwed? She could play around her bear, but she's probably screwed. Yeah, it's not really worth to do that. She just suicided and used flash and ultimate, so it's not worth it. This is not good. Like here you can see the enemies are ganking me really, really hard. They're doing a great job at ganking me. So I'm gonna use my third ability here for vision. I didn't use it here because I saw them backboard. But what I wanted to do is use my third ability in the bush for vision. Your third ability actually gives you vision, so you can use it to face check a bush if necessary. He's taking the dragon. I have a choice. I can push out the wave or I can help them. See, pushing out the wave is a risky choice. I'm gonna make them lose a lot of farm now, but this was risky because if my team lost the fight, it would have been my fault. The reason I didn't do it is because I saw Akali and Jax on the opposite sides. So I thought that it would be fine in a 3 versus 2 since we have an Annie as well. So because of that, I did make her lose a lot of farm. So it was the best move, but it's just risky. If I could have repeated it, I would have just helped them, to be honest. Like, screw the lane. It's a whatever. I did make them lose a couple hundred gold, but it's just much better to just secure the dragon and secure the fight. Because if my team lost the dragon and lost the fight, they would have lost like a crazy amount of value and gold. He's probably gonna kill him. Otherwise, I can just ult. Oh, okay. He ran back, so fine. I'm gonna push like crazy here because they went back again. I can push. Jinx chunks down turrets, by the way. She takes turrets really, really fast. Because you can stack up the machine gun to 3, you know, to the attack speed after 3 attacks. And you'll chunk down turrets like that. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Yeah, I'm gonna have to flash away. And this is why Nimbus Cloak is good. Look, Nimbus Cloak just saved my ass. That was all Nimbus Cloak. If I didn't have Nimbus Cloak, I would have died here. She's going for it again. They did kill my Lulu, but should be a double kill here. That should be a double kill. Boom. There we go. Nice. Totally worth it for us. They only killed Lulu. Sure, Vayne got the kill. But not only did I kill both of them, I'm also gonna be able to push their turret. Maybe not the entire thing, but I'm getting turret plates. I'm making them lose gold. This is such a big win for us. Really, really big. I can even take another plate. I'm probably gonna take another plate and then go back. Because I'm not gonna be able to get the whole turret. Ooh, Kha'Zix is waiting in that bush. So what I'm doing instead now is I'm actually pushing. Ah, but they all came. So if they didn't gank us, me and Kha'Zix would have just killed the Vayne again. But they all came. But look at what I'm doing here. I'm really gonna try to take the turret if I can. It seems like I can't. But the reason that I was gonna go for the turret is because I can take the turret and with the... Why is he going for me? With the increased attack speed and movement speed, I can destroy all of them. Like, it's gonna make me so strong. Okay, it's nice. And he's following up really, really well with the enemy ganks. Ooh, 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 there's the Vayne problem. Yeah, the problem is Vayne is gonna get Wit's End, so Annie is not gonna one-shot Vayne anymore. I need to take care of the Vayne. Like, I really need to carry this game. Because Vayne is gonna destroy them all. There's 3 people in my lane. How annoying. Boom. And boom. There it is. That's the damage. Oh no. Uh-oh. No, no, no. There we go. We kill all of them. Yep. That's all we needed. I was wasting their time and the Yasuo came from behind and we just kill all 3 of them. Easy like that. And here comes the power farming. You can see I'm just taking my jungle while I'm farming the lane. I always say this during my Jinx series. You want to farm like crazy with Jinx. Like, take enemy jungles. He shouldn't win this. I just took the turret. No way he wins this after I take it. There we go. Like, the reason that I won this fight, even though Olaf should have destroyed me, is because I took a turret. I took this fight. So as a Jinx, after you get a kill or after you get a turret, you get the bonus attacks with the movement speed, right? So you want to take those fights then. Because you're basically going to be twice as strong. Yeah, like as I said, you're basically gonna be twice as strong because your attack speed buff is crazy. And of course you're fast, so I can run around the Olaf and he can't even chase me. So that's why I won that fight. Pretty easily. It was a very comfortable win. Like, use that to your advantage, the passive. Don't just, you know, yeah, use the passive to your advantage, always. Ooh, she ulted. I'm gonna have to flash away because she's just gonna kill me. Like, even though she's 2 levels behind, she can 1v1 me. Because that's the power of a Vayne. That is the power of a Vayne. It doesn't matter how ahead you are, she's always gonna 1v1 you. This is a stupid champion. I don't know what he's doing. I guess it's just an int festival right now, but... The reason that I'm staying here, that is why. Because we have an Annie. There we go. Free kill. Like, I know when Annie ults, I can just follow up with my ult and we get a kill. 100%. It's 100% kill. And I get the third. I could have played aggressive, but no reason because they can actually follow up. You know, if all of them are there, I'm not gonna be able to 1v4. So here you can see it yet again. Take farm. Take farm. Don't just leave empty-handed. Take their big fat brown guy and 136 gold for free. Just like that, you see? And I deny it for them as well. But I don't really care too much about denying it. It's more about me taking it. As a Jinx, you know, when you get fed, the game is over. So that's why you really, really need to prioritize farming as much as you can. I can get a whole item as well. I can get a whole Rune of Zero Can right now. This is the massive power spike of Jinx. Like, I have reached the big power spike this game. Like, now I'm gonna start to do crazy damage. If I'm really unlucky with crits, I could fail during a team fight. But if I just get 75% crit rate during a team fight, I'm gonna destroy them. Those crit rockets are gonna hurt like crazy, especially if I had multiple of them. And you don't have to get Mortal Reminder 4th. You can also skip it out and get it 5th. If you're against a very squishy enemy, you can actually get Mortal Reminder 5th. You can get a Bloodthirster or you can get a Rapid Fire Cannon instead. Just to get a 100% crit rate faster, right? It's gonna give you so much damage to squishies, it's crazy. But if the enemy has frontlines, you have to have a Rammus, Alistar, things like that. Make sure you get the Mortal Reminder or the armor penetration. Oh, I got that kill right there. I sniped his ass. Should be an easy win, right? Boom, boom. I hit him. Boom, 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 and boom. Rapid Fire Cannon. You see that I was hitting both of them at the same time. And now it's easy. If I take this turret and if Olaf shows up... Okay, so if he goes for me, he's dead. Because I have exhaust. The reason I was not scared here is because I have exhaust. I was waiting with this turret because in case he would go for me, I would just kill him. Oh, there he is. I can just exhaust him. Exhaust? There we go. And he's not going to kill me because he's exhausted. Ah, he got a barrier. Karma's barrier saved him. If Karma didn't barrier him, I would have killed him with that one. Damn, that would have been clean. But Karma's stupid barrier saved his ass. I can get a whole item when I go home. It's crazy. Basically, if you reach this stage of the game as a Jinx, you shouldn't lose. Like, Jinx can carry those so easily. Like, this game right here should be a free win from this point. Ooh! This game, I tried to go for the... what is the item called? Lord Dominic's Regard. Because of course I have to test it out. I can't just tell you guys it's not good without testing it out. And again, it's not worth it. Mortal Reminder is so much better. Mortal Reminder is so much better. For the reasons that I mentioned before. You really just don't benefit that much from the points attack speed. We have to be a little bit careful here. Just a little bit. Because Yasuo is inting as well. I can try to help him from above. Not good. Lulu should have saved ulti for me. Because Yasuo's gonna die anyways. We now have to be careful. Like, don't get too ahead of yourself. This is losable. Oh, this is... Yeah, there we go. There we go. See that? This is what I mean. Like, don't get too ahead of yourself. You want your team to go in when you play Jinx. You're not the front line. Look at this. We all just died like idiots. I gave them such a big shutdown. Like, how much of a shutdown did I give them? I don't even know. But it was a massive shutdown. Just don't try to do things like this. If you try to make plays, you know, me dying right here could lose us the game. It could. I'm not saying it lost us the game, but it could lose us the game. Because, you know, enemies got a massive bounty. You know, maybe Akali or Vayne got it. And, you know, they're going to get their items up. And it's losable. It's losable. Even though Jinx is insane late game, of course you don't want to take your chances by letting the enemy skill to the late game as well. Because Akali can one-shot me. Even if I'm, you know, even if I'm Jinx with 5 items. A 4-item Akali can one-shot me, let alone 5-item Akali, right? Like, so that's how you have to think. Never do stupid things like that. Like here, this is stupid as well. This is so stupid. I'm not afraid of him because I know I have a Lulu. Now I can just go crazy with my rockets. Oh, this is why you get glutinous greaves, by the way, if you can. I can just heal up from the wave like very easily. But even without glutinous gifts, you can because you have Hunt of Emperors. But here you can see, like, I'm taking the jungle and I'm healing up like crazy. Of course, not leaving the jungle alone for the reason that I mentioned earlier as well. This game, I should probably go for a Protobelt, because a dash would be very, very helpful this game. I can dodge Akali's Shuriken with it. You know, I can dodge Jax's stun, things like that. I know Akali wanted to go on me. That's why I avoided her. But now I got my buff, movement speed, and boom. And boom. And where's the other guy? Oh, I hit him. Boom. Boom, boom. It's not enough. That's not enough. Why is she using redemption on him? Not like redemption does anything. I could have waited in that bush and killed Olaf, by the way. Maybe if he showed up, right? But I decided, nah, I just want to go back. Screw that. Yeah, Lord Dominic's regard is really not worth it. Really, really not worth it on Jinx. Just it doesn't really make sense. I've been playing so much Jin, by the way, just so you guys know, because Jin is actually good again with the changes, right? Like Lord Dominic's regard, and the item. I'm not sure if the item is like the item used to be bugged on Jin. I'm not sure if they fixed that, but even without the item being fixed, like the passive doesn't even work on Jin. The fact that you get crit and armor penetration in one item, that's what already makes it really good on Jin. Oh, she didn't see that one coming, huh? She did not see that one coming. She did not see that one coming. That's why Protobot can be good as well. You can surprise the enemy with Protobot's second ability. You can also combo your flash with the second ability, by the way. Look at this. I used my third ability to get vision there, and it worked like a gem. Because I destroyed Vayne with that vision. She even walked into it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, his dodge saved his ass. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that damage. Just look at his damage, guys. How crazy is this? Boom. Oh, no. But we won the game. Let's take a look at how much damage I did. And everything like that. So I actually fixed my sleep schedule. It's 11:30 p.m. now. I'm gonna play one more game of Wild Rift while preparing this video for tomorrow. And then I go to bed. Oh, I only had 57 up here. I'm at like 75 now. Of course, I got the MVP this game. 40,000 damage this game. Wow. That's a lot of damage. And yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching. And I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.